I still remember the smell of rain that night, the kind that lingers on the pavement, heavy and cold. I wasn't supposed to be there. I'd left work late, exhausted, and decided to grab a quiet dinner at the small restaurant next to the old jazz bar downtown. It was a place we used to love, back when laughter came easily and love didn't feel like a chore. As I walked past the bar's windows, something caught my eye. There she was. My wife, Claire. She was sitting at the counter, her hair falling over her shoulders, that same silver necklace I'd given her catching the light. But she wasn't alone. Across from her sat a man I didn't recognize, leaning in close, laughing softly, his hand resting just a little too comfortably on the bar near hers. For a moment, I froze. My mind tried to make sense of what I was seeing. Maybe it was a coworker. Maybe it was innocent. But then she smiled, that smile. The one I hadn't seen in months. The one she used to save just for me. Something inside me went silent. No anger, no tears, just a cold, hollow stillness. I walked inside, every step echoing louder than the jazz music playing in the background. Her laughter died the moment she saw me. The man turned too, confused, clearly unaware of who I was. "Michael," she whispered, her voice trembling. I didn't say a word. I reached for my wedding ring, slid it off my finger, the same ring I'd worn for 7 years, and placed it gently beside her half-empty glass. The sound of metal touching glass was small, but it hit like thunder. Her eyes widened. "Wait, please," she stammered, reaching for me. But I'd already turned around. I walked out of that bar without looking back. The rain had started again, soft at first, then harder. I didn't run for cover. I let it hit me, each drop washing away a little more of the pain, a little more of the illusion that we were still us. That night, I drove with no destination in mind. Just me, the rain, and the echo of her voice in my head. "Michael, please." I wanted to believe there was a reason. That maybe it wasn't what it looked like. But deep down I knew. You don't sit in a dimly lit bar with a stranger, smile like that, and still call it love. When I got home, the house felt emptier than ever. I went straight to our bedroom, opened my drawer, and took out the photo from our honeymoon, her in a sundress, laughing on the beach. I stared at it for a long time before sliding it back and closing the drawer. The next morning, I got a message from her, "Please, can we talk?" I didn't reply. Later that day, she showed up at the house, soaked from the rain, her eyes red and swollen. "Michael, it wasn't what you think," she said. "He's just a friend from work. We were talking about a project." I raised my hand. "Don't," I said quietly. "If you have to explain why it looked like a date, then maybe you already crossed the line." She looked desperate. "I love you. I messed up, but please, don't walk away like that." I sighed, feeling more tired than angry. "Claire, you stopped loving me a long time ago. I just finally stopped pretending not to notice." Her lip quivered, but she didn't deny it. We stood there in silence, the rain still tapping against the windows. Then, without another word, she turned and left. That night, I packed a few things and went to stay with my brother for a while. Divorce papers came weeks later, signed, sealed, inevitable. It's been 2 years since that night. I live in a new apartment now, smaller but peaceful. Sometimes I still walk past that jazz bar on my way home. I can hear the faint sound of music and laughter spilling out onto the street. It doesn't hurt anymore. If anything, I'm grateful. That night taught me something important. Love shouldn't feel like waiting for someone to choose you again and again. When they stop choosing you, it's not the end of your worth, it's the beginning of your freedom. So yes, I found my wife at a bar with another man. And yes, I walked away. But what she never understood is that walking away wasn't giving up. It was finally remembering who I was before I let her forget me.